Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're building a set of doors for the shed. We want to keep the snow out, keep the rain out this winter. We had issues with snow getting in last year, and the wind also. The wind moved the shed around a little bit, getting inside and pushing up on the roof. So I ordered these 4 hinges. They're 8-inch hinges. I ordered them off Amazon. They were around $35–40. I've got two 2x6 by 12 because it's 12 feet across. And we cut a foot off of the 2x6 to make it 11 feet because each cedar beam on the end are 6 inches wide. So I wanted this 2x6 to go in between those because I'm only bolting the 8-inch hinge to the 2x6 so it's able to swing. We're building these doors right on the shed. I find that the easiest way. You know, I'm no carpenter, that's for sure. I'm just a do-it-yourself guy trying to save a few dollars. It's nothing fancy, but it does the job. So once we get one hinge, the hinge on the left side, we got that bolted onto the 2x6. We then throw the level on, make sure everything's plumbed up. And then once we get it level, we'll put our hinge on the other side, on the right hand side, and bolt that to the 6x6 and the 2x6. The bolts that came, or the screws that came with the hinges aren't that great, so I think I'll replace them maybe next year with some good galvanized leg bolts, 3 to 4 inch leg bolts, just to make it a little stronger. So now we got our 8-foot boards. These are 8 foot by roughly 5.5 wide, 1 inch thick, and we are screwing these to the 2x6, putting 1 screw in each board. We'll come back later and put an extra screw in. And we made sure the first one's level, so the rest of them go pretty good. We're making sure they're flush at the bottom. So we're getting close to center here, so I measured from each end and figured out that I need a 4-inch gap at the center in order to make sure I come out even at the other end by the hinges. Now, some of these boards have some rough edges on them, so I just flipped around, put the good edge facing out and the bad edge on the inside. The one thing I would have done different, if I was to build these doors again, I would make sure I would have the hinge on the outside of my board instead of covering up the hinge with the board. Like I said, I'm not a carpenter, but I made sure these doors were built good and rugged, and they're going to last. And I figure I probably saved around $300 to $400 in labor hiring a carpenter to come and do it. So it gets the job done, and we save some money, right? So I never shown in the video, but all I did is take the saw after I had the boards complete, took the saw and I cut down the center of those two 2x6, and now I cut a strip 4.5 inches wide, 4 inches wide to fill in that gap, and we're going to screw that in onto the 2x6. So yeah, that makes it a lot easier, I find, building the doors right on the shed. And like I said, all you do is after your boards are on, you cut your 2x6 down the center, and then your doors open up. And all you have to do is cut a strip for that gap that you leave in the center. So here we're just putting some extra bracing along the bottom on the inside. Boards we had left over, and you can see we put some in the center like a Z pattern. You'll notice that I towed in at the bottom on the hinge end, and that way there, if the door does lean, put pressure on that board, it will the pressure will be closest to the hinge instead of on the outside of the door, putting more strain on the hinge, if that makes any sense. And again, on this door, we're just using some extra pieces and going along the bottom with some boards on the inside. And it's really surprising how much it strengthened these doors up just by putting a piece along the bottom and that angle piece in the center. Now what we did find when we built these doors, when we made sure they were flush at the bottom, the boards from the factory, from the mill, weren't cut all exact. You know, some of them might have been out a 1/16 in length, an 1/8 in length, so they were a little uneven at the top. So all I did was went and got a piece of 1x4, 1 inch thick by 4 inches wide, and cut that for the length of each door at the top, and just screwed that to the top, so it made everything look nice and square and even. So all said and done, I got around $200 into these doors, $210, so that's not bad, you know, doing it yourself. We're just putting some hardware on now, something to keep the doors locked up so the wind don't blow them open. And yeah, the doors turned out good and strong. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you on the next one.
Me too.
Surprised me.
Yeah.
God.
No. No. No effort. Show the inside of them.